Hello, my name is Justice Niara. I am a singer-songwriter and multifaceted creative, and this is Expound. Now, on this late night episode of Expound, I am joined by RZ on the track, and together we dissect our newest song and visual, Nothing. Join the conversation.
Man, I felt like at the time it was a lot going on. It was like a rough time. I felt like I really didn't have like nothing left to give. I felt like I was doing all I could and with nothing working. So, I mean, it was kind of just, I put all the energy I was feeling in that situation towards like making a beat. So.
Yeah. For me, what was the inspiration? It was kind of the same situation. Obviously, we're married, so we're living the same life for the most part. So yeah, it was a rough patch for me as well, and I really just wanted to write something that, kind of acknowledge where I was at, because a lot of people, because I'm able to kind of like hold it together, they might feel like, everything's going good for me or whatever the case may be, and so it can kind of make you question your own reality sometimes. Like, dang, am I not working hard enough? Like, am I da-da-da? So I kind of wanted something that was going to, like, really just speak to, like, where I was while also, like, not allowing me to stay in, like, that low place. You know what I mean?
I mean, I say the process, I don't know, I feel like it's always a built process when we create something from scratch. And it's not really like, those situations are really original, so you can't really like necessarily say it's going to be, but I feel like it's a built process because you kind of just stay on a stream of consciousness and, you kind of figure out what comes out later on, like what you're doing, you're not really paying attention when you get out, like, you got the completed project, or, not the project, but the completed thing, and then you kind of, can go from there.
Yeah. Our dog is over here acting crazy.
Well, come on now, you okay?
He said, I don't want to be on the camera.
You messed up the audio.
He was on the camera the last time with his little fat self.
We got big.
He mad. He messed up his bed, y'all. We had to throw his bed away. He was very upset. So then I gave him, I was like, oh, you really don't deserve a bed that quick now. So I gave him a little pillow. Like the little pillows, like they come with the little, they call them a sham or something, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, the little pillow. And I figured he was just gonna know that he could put his little head on the pillow. This young man.
He's trying to fit his whole big back on there.
But anyway, okay, to mess us up.
Back around?
But yeah, no, okay, so we probably gonna have that in there though, to be honest. The process for creating the song, this was another song where we both decided that we were going to do kind of like our formula now, just a little bit, just a little bit, but we get to a point where we talk, we were talking, whatever the case may be, and then we start from scratch. And we were kind of already on the same wavelength because we had already been speaking, we had already been talking, we just, the only rule of the process of creating music when we're in that mode is to just be authentic to yourself. Like, I'm not telling him like, oh yeah, add a little bass over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what about them snares? Like, no, like there's like, like the, how the chefs say, they don't like, oh, no substitutions. Yeah. That's what it was, no substitutions. And the same for me. He ain't like, oh yeah, you should add an ad-lib at the end, unless I'm asking him, of course. It's just like free expression. That's the whole point of it. So, yeah, that's what came out of that free expression for us. Yeah. Okay. If you hear little feet, you already know what that is. But for me, I'll start with the video. The favorite, should I start with the song? Okay. For me, my favorite parts of the song are for whatever reason, I always have strange favorite parts. But whatever you like, I like the little, hey, whatever you like. Hey, yeah, I like that little part. It's kind of love boppy, but I also really, really love the parts that I wrote that were just specific to like speak life, like, you know. And it's cool being able to hear yourself, like saying like words of affirmation and stuff. Like, I got bigger dreams than those projected fears on me. More credibility than those who cast it doubt on me. Like, you know, like it's different. Like, those are my favorite parts. So yeah, that's my answer. Like, it's basically one on each, like what is that? Like pre-hook, pre-chorus. Yeah, there's one on each of those. But yeah.
Video.
Oh yeah, okay. Video eyes. I already know that one. I told him which one, and I got two. Because, you know, I can't choose one. But for the video, I love the intro. Just because first of all, shout out to me, because it looks sped up. Like in the video, the intro, like right before it cuts to the title of the song, it looks sped up, but that's real time. That's real time.
Yeah, she was doing that for real.
It's real time. So like, my original thought was to do it slow mo, and he was like, he felt like it should have been, you know, regular time. He felt like that would have evoked the emotion that I was looking for, and he was totally right on that. You know, so I love that part. I love how he put the yeah. I love the intro, and then yeah. And then the outro. Really, it's like, and the outro might be longer than because it's like for me, the whole outro starts from like the bridge all the way to the end. I love it. That was more of a collaboration on the bridge part with like the flashes between the struggles and, you know, the climactic part, the good part that's coming. Yeah. And I love that part because I just felt like it showed the emotion and the roller coaster that I wanted it to show. But the ending, of course, it was a collaborative effort as well. And it just came out. I love the way it tied the cover art together and just the overall theme. And it just, I love how interpretive it was.
Yeah.
It was saying it, but it wasn't saying it, you know. Yeah. I like that. Like, come to your own conclusion and let me see what you working with, where your mind at. Yeah. I like that. So yeah. Those are my two favorite parts. I
I think my favorite part of the song is like when that second verse come in, because I remember like when he was first making the song, like we already had, you know, kind of like the first part, I guess the first verse, and how like this like melody and everything went, kind of had like the basic bones of the song. And then by the time we got to the second verse, it had like I guess a build up. It was like a build up, so where like you would kind of like first verse was kind of like slower or whatever. The second verse was kind of like a build up. So in that part, I was like, okay, we had to. You just write something else. I had to switch the beat up. So in that part, in the second part, it's like a different beat that comes in. You got the 808s hitting. You got the, you know what I'm saying? It's a different, like, you could feel the energy shift from like the last, what you call it, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's my favorite part, because you're kind of like, it's real chill, laid back, and then you get to that second part, you're like, hold on now.
Yeah.
You're a little bit like, you know, so that's my favorite part of the song.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Now as far as the video,
talking about the voice. Honorable mention to the voices when they're coming together. Like, of course, we haven't did it since Modern Day Jones, but every time we do it, it's chef's kiss. So
always.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite part of the video. I feel like it is ending too, like the outro sequence with those little flashes, specifically like the last three. And I feel like it's the shaky, like you was shaking the paper, you got and then the other ones like when you was literally just sitting there, like when you done, you know what I'm saying, you already crashed out, you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You kind of just trying to calm yourself down, type. And like at the time, like when I did the shot, it wasn't supposed to be like that, but I felt like it was out of focus, and then right at the very second before it went off, it came in the focus, so you could like really see. But you can see the mode. You already can see the mode that she was in. But that last second, like being able to see you just like in that face, I'm like, yeah, that part was good.
No.
Yeah.
He's saying I can't call it up. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, it was, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna keep talking about it. So I will say, for the most part, with every visual that I do, and probably will continue to do, I am always the person that comes up with the main concept. I'm big on collaboration. So like once I come up with the main part or whatever, I'm like, hey, I got this idea, because I'm the idea queen. Now I'm gonna have an idea like it ain't nothing. Like, you know, if this don't work, cool, I ain't worried about it, because I can make this work and that work and this work and that work. Yeah. I'm all about playing A, B, C, D, A, E, F, G, and all the other letters. Look, it's 12, okay? Don't try. It's 12. Cause see, look at there, angel numbers. We're gonna talk about that later though. Anyway, for me, I wanted to speak to everybody, to be honest, because I feel like everybody needs to hear it. Like, I'm not hyping myself, like I'm just being honest. I feel like, especially now more than ever, with the media, with social media, with stuff that's going on with the government and the world in general, it can feel very hopeless. Yeah. You know, it can feel like, it's every day it's something new. The past 20 days or so, it's been like every few hours it's something new. Yeah. And you just be like worried about stuff that you cannot do anything about, and it affects you, your health, it affects your family, it affects how you show up for your future. You know, it affects how you show up in the present, and we ain't got no time for that, baby. We got things to do. Mm-hmm. We all got God-given prophecies to fulfill. And so, yeah, I just wanted to, just speak to everybody and let them know, okay, it's cool to acknowledge that, yeah, you over here worried. You worried about it, but it's nothing. It's nothing, because nothing is impossible with God. Right. And I feel like that's a thing that we kind of need to understand now more than ever. You know, at a time when things can seem hopeless, like, where you gonna get your hope from? You know, I ain't the type to try and preach to nobody. I ain't the type to try and, tell nobody what to believe, whatever the case may be. But I done been through some things. I done been through a thing or two, and I know what God can do. And I know He is real. Whether you believe it's he, she, or not, I honestly not. Everything else is up in there. But I know it's an entity there. And if you know anything about my story, it's an entity there too. I just wanted to speak to everybody and just be like, focus on what you can control. Stay close to your creator and leave the rest alone. Because none of that is your concern. That's not part of your prophecy. You do what you can. Because if you can't, God wouldn't have had it there for you to do anyway, that's the message that I was kind of trying to portray in a way that was like understandable for everybody, Everybody got car troubles.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you kind of said it for the main part, for the most part, stuff get rough sometimes, people go through things, everybody go through stuff, you don't always know about it or whatever the case may be, everybody goes through stuff, but, it does pass or whatever, and so, I guess, the message that we were trying to send was like, you got good times, you got bad times, but, you got a storm, there's always peace coming afterwards, so, you know what I'm saying, it's nothing.
Yeah, literally, it's nothing in the grand scheme of things. I think that's something that we all need to be reminded of sometimes, Yeah, the concept, it was more so just trying to come up with something that wasn't too, like right on the nose. Cause I didn't want something to be like so unique to me that it wasn't able to be understood by the masses. You know, I didn't want the visual to overshadow the message, so to speak. I wanted it to add to it. So I felt like, the car thing, like I was talking about earlier, it was just something that was relatable. The funny thing about it, though, is I will say I conceptualized this and we started to shoot it and film it. And I'd be darned if, was it not a few days later? A few days later, our car did actually break down. Yes, it surely did. We was almost out there pushing that thing for real. So I thought that was just funny. But God, I feel like he be working like that. I be laughing at him all the time. Talk about a masterful storyteller. He is funny. But the car broke down, and so the moment where like you saw like him picking me up in another vehicle, that was a rental. Once the car actually broke down, we were just like, we should definitely go with it at this point. It wasn't hidden. I'm really not a passive aggressive person, baby. If I'ma say something, I'ma say it.